Hello friends, good evening to all. In this video, we will discuss about the important topics of matrices for the competitive exams. Before that, I like to inform you that if still you are not subscribed this channel, then first of all subscribe this channel and enjoy these educational videos. Now in this video, we will discuss about the important types of matrices. Let us discuss about the trace of a matrix. So what is the trace of a matrix? If you have any matrix which is of order 2, otherwise order 3, if you have order 2 then there are 4 elements, and order 3 then there are 9 elements, then we take the sum of the diagonal elements of any square matrix is called trace of a matrix, and it is denoted by TR of A, otherwise trace of A, that is called trace of a matrix. Let us discuss about the properties of trace of a matrix. So first property is that trace of A plus minus B equal to trace of A plus minus trace of B. Means here we take the sum of two matrices A and B, otherwise difference of two matrices, and then we find its trace. Then it will be trace of A plus minus trace of B. Means we find the separate trace for matrix A and matrix B, then we take the sum or difference of them, then result will be same. Then trace of K means any matrix multiplied by K, then we find its trace, then it is equal to K into trace of A. Then trace of A dash will be trace of A. Trace of IN means identity matrix of order n, then its trace is n. Trace of 0 matrix is 0. Trace of AB means multiplication of two matrices, and then we find its trace, then it is not equal to trace of A into trace of B. And then the last property of this trace of matrix, that is trace of A into A dash, that is greater than or equal to 0, means we take the multiplication of A and A dash, then it is greater than or equal to 0. Let us solve the examples of trace of a matrix. Here matrix A is given, which is of order 2 by 2. So here if A equal to matrix 2 means elements of matrix A are 2, 3, 7 and 0, then find trace of A. We know that trace of A means trace of any matrix, then it equals to sum of diagonal elements. Means here for the matrix A, diagonal elements are 2 and 0. To find the trace of this matrix, we take the summation of these two elements. So here trace of A equals to 2 plus 0, then it equals to 2. So here we get the trace of matrix A, it equals to 2. Let us discuss about the matrix which is of order 3. Here matrix A is given and it contains the elements which are 0, 7, 9. These are the elements of first row. 1, minus 1, 5 are the elements of second row, and 3, 4, minus 7 are the elements of third row. Then here find trace of this matrix. So we know that to find the trace of any matrix, we have to take the sum of the diagonal elements. So for this matrix A, here diagonal elements are 0, minus 1 and minus 7. We take its summation, then it is minus 1 minus 7 equal to minus 8. So the trace of this matrix is minus 8. Let us take one more example. Matrix A contains these elements 6, 5 and 3 are the elements of first row, 1, 0, minus 7 are the elements of second row, and minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 are the elements of third row. Then we have to find the trace of A dash. Means we have the property trace of A dash equal to trace of A, but see 6, 5, 3, these are the elements of first row. If we take A dash, then they are in first column. 1, 0, minus 7 are in the second column. So 6 is at the first element for the first row and first column, 0 is the second element for the second row and second column. Similarly minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 will be third column. So minus 4 is the third element of third row and third column. So diagonal elements for the matrix A and matrix A dash are same. So here diagonal elements are 6, 0 and minus 4. So now we have to find the trace of A dash, then it equals to trace of A, then it equals to sum of diagonal elements equal to 6 plus 0 minus 4 equals to 6 minus 4. So trace of this matrix is 2. Let us discuss about one more example for the matrix A, which is of 2 by 2 order. means 2 by 2 matrix which contains the elements which are -2 and -7 for the first row, -6 and -5 for the second row. Then find the trace of A into A dash. Here we have to find the trace of A into A dash. So first we have to take the transpose of this matrix, that is A dash means first row converted into first column and second row converted into second column. So we get the A dash will be -2, -6, -7, -5. Then we take its multiplication. So here A into A dash equals to matrix A, that is -2, -7, -6, -5 into A dash means that is -2, -6, -7, -5. Now here we take its multiplication, then first row multiply with first column, so we get -2 into -2 4 plus -7 into -7 49. So 4 plus 14 that is 53. Now we multiply first row with second column, so -2 into -6 12 plus -7 into -5 35 plus 12 47. Similarly we multiply second row with first column, then -6 into -12 12 plus -5 into -7 35 35 plus 12 47. And then we multiply second row with second column, so we get the last element of this multiplication, that is -6 into -6 36 plus -5 into -5 25 36 plus 25, so it equals to 61. So here we get the multiplication of these two matrices A and A dash. So here we get a multiplication of these two matrices, that is the 53 and 47 are the elements of first row, 47 and 61 are the elements of second row, and 53 and 61 are diagonal elements. So trace of A into A dash equal to 53 plus 61, then it equals to 114. Let us discuss about one more type of this matrix, that is conjugate of a matrix. So what is the conjugate of a matrix? In any square matrix we obtain another matrix from a given matrix which contains the complex number as its elements. We replace these complex number by their corresponding conjugate complex number, then we get another matrix that is called conjugate of matrix and denoted by A bar. As for example, if we take a matrix A as the elements which are in complex form, that is 2 plus 3i and 1 minus i are the elements of first row, and 7 minus 6i and I are the elements of second row, then its conjugate matrix can be written as A bar equal to 2 minus 3i, 1 plus i, 7 plus 6i and minus i. Similarly, if we take 3 by 3 matrix A which contains the elements 0, minus 7 and I for the first row, 2 minus I, root 2 plus I and 1 minus root 2 I are the elements of second row, minus 3 plus 7i, 6 minus 5i and 0 are the elements of third row. Then we want to write its conjugate of a matrix, then it can be written as A bar equal to, here see in the first row first two elements does not contain the ith term, means these are real numbers only, so they are as it is 0 and minus 7, but third element of this row is I, so its conjugate can be written as minus I. The elements of second row will be 2 plus I, root 2 minus I and 1 plus root 2i, and third row will be minus 3 minus 7i, 6 plus 5i and 0. These are the conjugate. Let us discuss about a new topic, means new type of the matrix, that is orthogonal matrix. So first of all, what is the meaning of orthogonal matrix? So if you have any square matrix A, and if we take its transpose of a matrix and the product of these two matrices, a given matrix and its transpose of a matrix, will be an identity matrix. Product of a given matrix and its transpose of a matrix gives an identity matrix, then we say that these two are orthogonal matrices. Now we discuss about the properties, otherwise some important results of orthogonal matrix. So first of all, remember that if any matrix A is an orthogonal matrix, then its transpose of a matrix will also be an orthogonal matrix. If A is an orthogonal matrix, then the inverse of a matrix is also an orthogonal matrix, and A and B are two given matrices, then they are orthogonal matrices, so their products AB, otherwise BA, means if we take the multiplication of A and B, otherwise B and A, they will be also orthogonal matrices, means if A and B are orthogonal matrices, then AB is orthogonal matrix. Similarly, if A and B are orthogonal matrices, then BA is also an orthogonal matrices. These are the properties for the orthogonal matrices. Let us discuss about this example. Here matrix A, which is of order 2 by 2, which contains the elements which are cos x and sin x in the first row and minus sin x and cos x are in the second row. Then which type of this matrix we have to say about this type. So first option is given that symmetric matrix, second option is given that skew symmetric matrix, third option is given that identity matrix, and fourth option is given that orthogonal matrix. We know that in symmetric matrix Aij equal to Aj, but here A12 is sin x and A21 is minus sin x. Both are opposite, they are not equal. So it is not a symmetric matrix. Let us discuss about option B, skew symmetric matrix. In skew symmetric matrix, diagonal elements should be 0, but here diagonal elements are cos x, they are not equals to 0, means we say that it is also not a skew symmetric matrix. Now we discuss about option C, that is identity matrix. In identity matrix we get 1 0 0 1, but here 0 and 1 are not given, so it is not an identity matrix. Means from this each options we can decide the given matrix may be an orthogonal matrix, because first three options are not satisfied. Let us see how we can say about this. So for the orthogonal matrix, we take the transpose of a given matrix. So transpose of a given matrix will be cos x and minus sin x are the elements of first row, and sin x and cos x are the elements of the second row. Means all the rows are interchanging in the columns. So we get A dash equals to this. To check the orthogonality of a given matrix, here we take the multiplication of a given matrix and its transpose of a matrix. So here given matrix is cos x sin x are the elements of first row, and minus sin x cos x are the elements of second row. So its transpose can be written as cos x and minus sin x are the elements of first row, and sin x and cos x are the elements of second row. Now we take the multiplication of first row and first column. So we get cos into cos square plus sin into sin square. Similarly, first row multiply with second column, then we get cos x sin x negative and sin x cos x positive. So sin x cos x minus sin x cos x is the second element of first row. Now second row multiply with first column, then we get minus sin x cos x plus sin x cos x, and then second row multiply with second column, then it will be sin square x plus cos square x. So finally we get 1 0 0 1, that is the identity matrix. So we say that A is an orthogonal matrix. Let us discuss about one more example, which is of order 3. Matrix A contains the elements 1 by 3, 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 for the first row. Minus 2 by root 5, 1 by root 5 and 0 are the elements of second row. Minus 2 upon 3 root 5, minus 4 upon 3 root 5, 5 upon 3 root 5 are the elements of the third row. Now we have to find the type of this matrix. The options are idempotent matrix, orthogonal matrix, zero matrix and identity matrix. We know that identity matrix means diagonal entries are 1 and others should be 0, but here diagonal entries are not 1 and other elements are not 0, so obvious that D is not the correct option. For option C, all the entries should be 0, then we say that it's a zero matrix, but all these entries are not 0, so we say that it is not a zero matrix. It means we have to check that a given matrix is idempotent matrix or orthogonal matrix. We have to check these two options only. Now for the idempotent matrix we know that A square equal to A, and for the orthogonal matrix we know that A into A dash equals to I. So first we check its orthogonality. So check this orthogonality. Here first we take the transpose of a matrix. Here 1 by 3, 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 are the elements of the first row, so they converted into first column. Similarly, minus 2 by root 5, 1 by root 5 and 0 converted into second columns, and minus 2 upon 3 root 5, minus 4 upon 3 root 5 and 5 upon 3 root 5 converted into third column. So A dash equal to 1 by 3 minus 2 upon root 5 minus 2 upon 3 root 5, 2 by 3 1 by root 5 minus 4 upon 3 root 5 are the elements of second row, and 2 by 3 0 and 5 by 3 root 5 are the elements of third row. We take the multiplication of A and A dash, so it can be written as 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3 are the elements of first row for A, minus 2 by root 5, 1 by root 5, 0 are the elements of second row of A, minus 2 by 3 root 5, minus 4 by 3 root 5 and 5 by 3 root 5 are the elements of third row for A, and A dash is shown as above, so we take it in multiplication with A. Here we take the multiplication of these two matrices, then first row multiply with first column, then we get the first element of multiplication, that is 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 1 by 9 plus 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 4 by 9. Similarly for the third, so 4 by 9 plus 4 by 9 plus 1 by 9 is the element of first row. Similarly first row multiply with second column, then we get the second element of the first row, that is 1 by 3 into minus 2 upon root 5, means minus 2 by 3 root 5, 2 by 3 into 1 by root 5, that is plus 2 by 3 root 5 and 0. Similarly first row multiply with third column, then we get the third element of the first row, so 1 by 3 into minus 2 upon 3 root 5, that is minus 2 by 9 root 5, 2 by 3 into minus 4 by 3 root 5, it will be minus 8 by 3 root 5, and 2 by 3 into 5 by 3 root 5, it will be 10 by 3 root 5. So here we get minus 2 upon 9 plus minus 8 minus 10 upon 2 root 3 9 root 5 plus 10 upon 9 root 5, it also be 0. Now we take a second row with the first column, so we get first element of second row, that is minus 2 by root 5 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by root 5 into 2 by 3 plus 0 into 2 by 3. Similarly for second row second column, we get minus 2 by root 5 into minus 2 by root 5, that is 4 by root 5, 1 by root 5 into 1 by root 5 means 1 by root 5 plus 0. Multiply with third column, then we get minus 2 into minus 2, 4 upon 3 5 is 15 plus 1 by root 5 into minus 4 upon 3 root 5, so minus 4 by 15 plus 0. Similarly third row with first column, then it will be minus 2 upon 9 root 5 plus minus 8 upon 9 root 5 plus 10 upon 9 root 5. Second row, third row with second column, we get 4 upon 3 5 is 15 minus 4 upon 15 plus 0. With third column we get 4 upon 9 root 3 9 5 45 plus 4 by 3 root 5 into 4 by 3 root 5, that is 16 by 9 5 is 45, means 4 by 45 plus 16 by 45 plus 5 5 is 25 upon 9 5 is 45 plus 25 by 45, means 4 by 45 plus 16 by 45 plus 25 by 45, that is 45 by 45. So here we get the multiplication of these two matrices, that is 1 plus 4 plus 4 9 by 9 1 minus 2 plus 2 0 minus 2 minus 8 minus 10 plus 10 0. In second row minus 2 plus 2 0, 4 by 5 plus 1 by 5 5 by 5 1, 4 by 15 minus 4 by 15 0, means 0 1 0 are the elements of second row, and similarly we get 0 0 1 are the elements of third row. This is an identity matrix, means A into A dash equals to I. So here A into A dash equal to I means we say that A is an orthogonal matrix. Let us discuss about idempotent matrix, means new type of a matrix. For idempotent matrix, we have to remember that for any square matrix A, if we get A square equal to A, then we say that A is an idempotent matrix. Means we have to take the multiplication of A with itself and it equals to, we get the given matrix, then we say that it is an idempotent matrix. Let us discuss about this matrix A equal to 4 minus 1 12 minus 3. This is 2 by. So here we take A square, means A into A. So A is 4 minus 1, which are the elements of first row, and 12 minus 3 are the elements of second row. So 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 1 12 minus 3 into 4 minus 1 12 minus 3. So here first row multiply with first column, then 4 4 is 16 minus 1 into 12 means 16 minus 12. This is the first element of first row. Now first row multiply with second column, then we get minus 1 into 4 minus 4 plus minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3. Similarly second row multiply with first column, then 12 4 is 48 plus minus 3 into 12 minus 36 means 48 minus 36, and second row multiply with second column, then 12 into minus 1 minus 12 plus minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9. So we get 16 minus 12, 4 minus 4 plus 3 are the elements of first row, and 48 minus 36 minus 12 plus 9 are the elements of second row, that is 4 minus 1 12 minus 3 equal to A. Means that here we get A square equal to A. So we say that A is an idempotent matrix. Let us discuss about the next example, which is A equal to 5 minus 1 are the elements of first row and 20 minus 4 are the elements of second row. Then we have to find out that this matrix is of which of the type. So here options are given: identity matrix, zero matrix, symmetric matrix and idempotent matrix. So from the options here we consider identity matrix, then elements are not in that form 1 0 and 0 1, so obvious that option A is incorrect. Similarly, all the entries of this matrix are not 0, so we say that it is not a 0 matrix, means option B is incorrect. Now for the symmetric matrix, A12 equal to -1 but A21 is 20, both are not equal, so obvious that it is not symmetric matrix, means from the first three options are not correct, it means fourth option will be the correct option, so we say that it will be an idempotent matrix. Let us check how can we say that it is an idempotent matrix. So here for idempotent matrix we have to take A square equal to A, so we take the multiplication of matrix A with itself. Here is 5 minus 1 are the elements of first row and 20 minus 4 are the elements of second row. So A square is A into A, means 5 minus 1 20 minus 4 into 5 minus 1 20 minus 4, means here first row multiply with first column, then 5 5s are 25 and minus 1 into 20, that is minus 20, so we get the first element, that is 25 minus 20. Now first row multiply with second column, so we get 5 into minus 1 minus 5 plus minus 1 into minus 4 plus 4, so second element of the first row, that is minus 5 plus 4. Similarly, to find the elements of second row, here we take the multiplication of second row with first column, then it will be 25 is 100 plus minus 4 into 20, means 100 minus 80, that is the first element of second row, and second row multiply with second column, then 20 into minus 1 20 plus minus 4 into minus 4 plus 16, so elements of second row will be to A 100 minus 80 and minus 20 plus 16, so it will be 5 minus 1 20 minus 4, that is matrix A. So we say that A square equal to A, means it is idempotent matrix. Let us discuss about one more example, that is matrix A, which is of order 2. A equal to 17 and 4 are the elements of first row, and minus 68 and minus 16 are the elements of second row, means it is a minus 4A. So if we take a minus 4 is the common element from the second row, then A equal to minus 4A. Now we have to prove that it is an idempotent matrix, means here we have to show that A square equal to A, means here we take A square, that is A into A, means 17 4 are the elements of first row and minus 68 minus 16 are the elements of second row. So to find A square, we take the multiplication of these two matrices, so first row multiply with first column, then 17 into 17, that is 289, and 68 into 4, means 64 are 240 and 84 are 30, means minus 272. 289 minus 272 is the first element, that is 17. Now we multiply first row with second column, so 17 4 are 68 and 4 into minus 16, that is minus 64, so 68 minus 64 means 4 is the second element of the first row, means 17 and 4 are the elements of the first row. Now we multiply second row with first column, then 68 into 17 means 60 10s are 600 and 17 8s are 136, means minus 736, and 16 into 68, so 688, means here again we get minus 68 is the first element of second row. Now we multiply second row with second column, so 68 into 4 240 and 8 4 means minus 272, and 16 16 are 256, so minus 272 plus 256, so it will equals to minus 16, means again we get the elements of second row which are minus 68 and minus 16. It means first row 17 4, second row minus 68 minus, it means here we get A square equal to 289 minus 272 17, 68 minus 64 4, minus 1156 plus 1088 minus 68, and minus 272 plus 256, that is minus 16, means A square equal to A. So we say that A is an idempotent matrix. Now remember that if A is an idempotent matrix and A plus B is an identity matrix, then B is an idempotent matrix and AB equals to 0. Hello friends, let us discuss about nilpotent matrix. That is one more type of a matrix. Remember that for any square matrix A raised to m equal to 0 matrix, then it is called nilpotent matrix, and if A raised to m equal to 0 where m is any least positive integer, then it is called the index of nilpotent matrix. Means suppose A square equal to 0 matrix, A cube equal to 0 matrix, A raised to 4 equal to 0 matrix, means m is any positive integer, then 2 3 4 etc. are called the index of nilpotent matrix. Here two examples of matrix A are given, which are in the order of 2 and order of 3. Order 2 we have 2 minus 2, 2 minus 2, and order 3 1 1 3, 5 2 6, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 3. Let us discuss about it. Let us discuss about matrix A equal to 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. Obvious that we had seen that A equal to 2 minus 2, 2 minus 2, then we take 2 is a common element, then it will be 2 times A. But 2 times, instead of 2 times A, here we take A equal to 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. Then it is dash matrix, and index of this matrix is dash. If we have to find the index of a matrix, then obvious that it is a nilpotent matrix, because A raised to m equal to 0 matrix, then we can find its index, and it is called nilpotent matrix. So option C is the correct option. But suppose index is not necessary to find, then we have to check the type of this matrix. Then option A and option D are same, that is 0 matrix, otherwise null matrix. But all the entries are not 0, so option A and D are wrong. For skew symmetric matrix, diagonal elements should be 0, but here diagonal elements are 1 and minus 1, so option B is not possible. So obvious that from the given options we say that option C is the correct option. So we say that a given matrix is a nilpotent matrix, and we have to find the index of this matrix. So index of this matrix is 2, means that we get A square equal to 0 matrix. In this solution, first we see that A is not a 0 matrix, means not a null matrix or 0 matrix, and diagonal elements are not 0, so it is not a skew symmetric matrix. It is given that. Now we have to check that option C, means it's a nilpotent matrix and its index is 2. So here now we take A square. A square means A into A. A into A. So A has the elements 1 minus 1 in the first row and 1 minus 1 in the second row. So we write 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 in multiplication 2 times. So here we multiply first row with first column, then 1 plus 1 into 1, 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1. So 1 minus 1. Now first row multiply with second column, then we get 1 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1. Now second row multiply with first column. So 1 into 1 plus minus 1 into 1. So 1 minus 1. And second row multiply with second column, then 1 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1. So all these entries of these matrix will be 0, means we say that all the entries are 0, then it is a 0 matrix. So A square equal to 0 matrix, means that here we get A square equal to 0, so it's a nilpotent matrix, and A raised to m equal to A square equal to 0, means by comparison here we get the value of m, that is 2. So from this comparison here we say that 2 is the index of given matrix, otherwise 2 is the index of given nilpotent matrix. Here matrix A is 1 1 3 are the elements of first row, 5 2 6 are the elements of second row, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 are the elements of third row. We have to prove that this matrix is a nilpotent matrix, and also so that also find the index of this matrix. Means nilpotent matrix, so we have to show that A raised to m equal to 0 matrix. So here first we take A square equal to A into A. Matrix A is 1 1 3 are the elements of first row, 5 2 6 are the elements of second row, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 are the elements of third row. So we take them in multiplication. So now first row multiply with first column, then we get the first element of this matrix. So it is 1 1 ja 1 plus 1 into 5 5 plus 3 into minus 2, that is minus 6. So 1 plus 5 minus 6 is the first element, that is 0. Now first row multiply with second column. So 1 1 ja 1 plus 1 2 ja 2 plus 3 into minus 1 minus 3. So 3 minus 3, 0 is the second element of first row. Now first row multiply with third column, then 1 3 ja 3 plus 1 6 ja 6 plus 3 into minus 3, that is minus 9. So 3 plus 6 9 minus 9 0. So all the entries of first row will be 0. Now we take the multiplication for second row. So if we multiply second row with the first column, then we get first element of the second row. Second row multiply with second column, then we get second element of the second row, and second row multiply with third column, then we get the third element of the second row. So now let us discuss about the elements of the second row. Here second row with the first column, then 5 1 ja 5 plus 2 5 ja 10 plus 6 into minus 2 minus 12. So 5 plus 10 15 minus 12, that is 3. Now second row multiply with second column, so we get 5 1 ja 5 plus 2 2 ja 4 plus 6 into minus 1 minus 6. So 5 plus 4 minus 6, that is 9 minus 6, we get 3, that is the second element of the second row. Now we multiply second row with the third column, so we get 5 3 ja 15 plus 2 6 are 12, plus 6 into minus 3, that is minus 18. So 15 plus 12, 27, minus 18, 9. So 3 3 9 are the elements of second row, and they are not equals to 0. So obvious that A square is not a zero matrix. So here we can't say that it is nilpotent matrix. Now we will discuss about the elements of the third row. So here we multiply third row with the first column, then we get the first element of the third row. Similarly, we multiply third row with second column, then we get the second element of the third row. And same way, if we multiply the third row with the third column, then we get the third element of the third row. So let us find the elements of the third row. Here third row multiply with the first column, then we get minus 2 into 1 minus 2, minus 1 into 5 minus 5, plus minus 3 into minus 2, that is 6. So minus 2 minus 5 minus 7 plus 6. So minus 1 is the first element of the third row. Now we multiply third row with the second column, then we get the second element of the third row. So that is minus 2 into 1 minus 2, minus 1 into 2 minus 2, plus minus 3 into minus 1, that is plus 3. So minus 2 minus 4 plus 3. So minus 1 is the second element of the third row. Now we multiply third row with the third column, so we get the third element of the third row. So here minus 2 into 3, that is minus 6, plus minus 1 into 6, that is also minus 6, plus minus 3 into minus 3, that is 9. So minus 6 minus 12 plus 9. So we get minus 3 is the third element of the third row. So we get the elements of the third row which are minus 1 minus 1 minus 3. Hence we get A square equal to 0 0 0 are the elements of first row, 3 3 9 are the elements of second row, and minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 are the elements of the third row. Means here A square equal to 0 0 0 are the elements of first row, 3 3 9 are the elements of second row, and minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 are the elements of third row. So all the entries are not equals to 0, means it is not a zero matrix. So obvious that we have to find a cube. If A cube equals to 0, then it will be a nilpotent matrix, because we know that A raised to m equal to 0 matrix, then it is a nilpotent matrix, and m is considered as the index of a nilpotent matrix. So now let us discuss about A cube, that is A square into A. A square is 0 0 0 first row, 3 3 9 second row, minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 third row. A is 1 1 3 are the elements of first row, 5 2 6 are the elements of second row, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 are the elements of third row. Now if we multiply first row with the first column, then first element of the first row multiply with second column, then second element of the first row, and first row multiply with third column, then third element of the first row. But all the entries of first row are 0. So if we multiply with any column, then all the entries should be 0. So here we get all the elements of the first row will be 0. So 0 0 0 are the elements of first row. Let us find the elements of the second row. So if we multiply second row with first column, then we get the first element of the second row, that is 3 multiply with 1, then 3, 3 multiply with 5, then 15, and 9 multiply with minus 2, that is minus 18. So 3 plus 15 minus 18. So this entry should be 0. Now we multiply second row with second column, then we get the second element of the second row. So we multiply 3 with 1, that is 3, 3 multiply with 2, that is 6, and 9 multiply with minus 1, so it is minus 9. So 3 plus 6 9, 9 minus 9 0, means second element of second row is also 0. Now we multiply second row with the third column, then we get third element of the second row. So here 3 multiply with 3, that is 9, 3 multiply with 6, so it is 18, and 9 multiply with minus 3, that is minus 27. So 9 plus 18, 27 minus 27, that is 0, means all the entries of second row will be 0. Now we multiply third row with first column, then we get first element of the third row, that is minus 1 into 1 minus 1, minus 1 into 5 minus 5, and minus 3 into minus 2 plus 6. So minus 1 minus 5 minus 6 plus 6 equals to 0. So first element of third row is 0. Now we multiply third row with second column, then we get second element of the third row. So minus 1 multiply with 1 minus 1, minus 1 multiply with 2 minus 2, minus 3 multiply with minus 1, that is 3. So minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 plus 3, that is also 0. Now we multiply third row with third column, then we get third element of the third row. So minus 1 multiply with 3, that is minus 3, minus 1 multiply with 6, that is minus 6, and minus 3 multiply with minus 3, that is 9. So minus 3 minus 6 minus 9 plus 9 0, means here again in the third row we get all the entries are 0. It means in the first row all entries are 0, in second row all are 0, and in third row all the entries are 0. So A cube equals to 0 means here we get A cube is equal to 0 means A is a nilpotent matrix which is of order 3, and now we have to find the index of this nilpotent matrix. So we compare them with A raised to m. So A raised to m equal to A cube equal to 0 means m equal to 3. So index of this matrix is 3. Hello friends, I think you have enjoyed this video because we had discussed about the different types of the matrix like conjugate of a matrix, and orthogonal matrix, then idempotent matrix, then nilpotent matrix. We had also discussed about the trace of a matrix and discussed about the properties of trace of a matrix. Now such other types of matrices are remaining. We will discuss about it later on. But before that, I like to inform you that if you want to watch the educational videos continuously and improve your knowledge to compete the competitive exam, remember that don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.